Hello, welcome to Mike and Adam's Dreams and Feelings. I'm your host, Michael Mordanga, and somewhere in this room is Adam.
That was a very formal intro, Mike.
You know what? I'm learning a little thing called professionalism.
Yeah? Well, it doesn't belong on my podcast.
Yes. I mean, forget the fact that I am in my underwear.
And me too.
Eating a bowl of Cheerios.
And chili.
And chili.
Yep.
But, you know, a little professionalism goes a long way. Especially on episode 48.
Yeah, right? We're rapidly approaching half a century.
Yes. It's going to be a big party.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a big deal. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but it'll be great.
We might get a third person.
Or maybe a fifth.
Yes. But never a fourth.
Never a fourth.
Yes.
Like, where can our friends find us?
Well, if you're hopping around the internet universe and you go upon a little website called youtube.com, you can go to Mike and Adam's Dreams and Feelings and look up episodes 48 and everything past that.
Yeah.
If you go to archive.org, you can type in Mike and Adam's Dreams and Feelings and you'll be able to download any one of these podcasts. And finally, if you go to Facebook and do Mike and Adam's Dreams and Feelings, or Twitter, you'll be able to see any one of these links or one of our horrible jokes.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, go to Facebook, find it in our About section. We'll have all the links there for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're excited about this podcast. We have a lot to talk about, but I think first we gotta check on this world I found, Mike. It's a world I think maybe more fitting of our maturity levels. Yes.
Yeah, when you described this world to me, I was a little bit like, okay, this might be above our morale, because this is a very respectful, mature. You want to say the name of the Earth?
It's Kindergarten Earth, Mike.
Kindergarten Earth, yes, where everything is run by kindergarten rules.
Yeah, it seems like a nice enough world, I guess, but a little backwards. But I found a Kindergarten Mike.
Yes, Kindergarten Mike. We love Kindergarten Mike. Which I'll listen to this interview, and why don't we just hit the dial? We have this machine, the Transmorgifier 3000.
Yep. Actually, 3001, because now we can talk back to them and we can interview them instead of just listening in.
Yeah, who knew there was a USB slot on the side where you could put mods in?
Look, Mike, I'm not the most observant, but I'm really good at inventing things that don't exist.
Yes. And it's amazing what you can type into Google.
It's true. So without further ado, let's go to Kindergarten World.
In 3, 2, 1. Hello?
Mike, is that you, Kindergarten Mike?
Oh, hello. Are you a stranger?
I am a stranger, I guess. My name is Adam.
I'm not allowed to talk to you, Adam.
Don't you have a podcast on your world?
Yes, I do.
Don't you have it with a person named Adam?
I do. Adam, on my world, is a friend. He shares, and he lets me have his snack.
I'm exactly like him in every single way. I also am Adam, so I feel like you can also be friends with me and trust me.
Let me get permission real quick to talk to you.
Okay.
Mrs. Pemberton. She says I can.
You didn't even wait for a reply back.
Yeah. Well, I saw her nod.
Okay. I'm sure.
She kind of knows when I'm near this Transmorgifier 3000.
Oh, you guys have one too?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, we've been kind of talking to people. I get permission on Fridays, Mondays, and Wednesdays to use it.
Today is Sunday, Mike.
Yes. Well, I've earned enough gold stars where I get one thing out of the chore list. And one thing is to talk to a random Adam.
So if you were already allowed to do that, why did you need permission?
Well, it goes without saying that you're a stranger still. That doesn't change the fact. I need to be safe. I need to be sound.
Okay.
So I got permission to talk to you.
Okay, I have a lot of questions. Kindergarten Mike. Do you mind if I call you Kindergarten Mike?
Yeah, if the shoe fits.
If it's fair. Do you know how to tie your shoes?
If the Velcro fits.
Okay.
Yes.
How old are you, Kindergarten Mike?
Well, I am a strong 5. And when I say a strong 5, it means that once we turn 5 on this world, we kind of stay there.
Okay.
So I'm probably 5 for about 30 years.
So you're 35?
Oh, no. I'm 5.
You're just 5.
Everyone's 5.
You've been 5 for 30 years.
Yes, and you just don't stop.
Okay.
Miss Pemberton likes it like that.
Is Miss Pemberton in charge of your world?
Yes, she is much in charge.
Much in charge?
She is much in charge.
Mm-hmm.
Every day we put an apple on her desk, and she allows us 5 times to pick out an activity.
Okay.
A quiet activity. Maybe do a puzzle. I've been doing puzzles for 25 years.
Wow, do you like puzzles?
Almost ready to retire.
Oh, you're a very professional puzzler.
Yes, I've done the same puzzle.
Oh, what is on the puzzle?
It's a 15-piece panda bear exhibit.
Wow.
That has the alphabet at the bottom.
Oh.
But I've been faithful. And I keep getting gold stars, which is our currency.
Right.
So I'm proud of the work I do.
Yeah.
And, I get some nice perks.
Yeah. What are some of those perks?
I get to be first to the water fountain.
Oh, okay.
On Jello Day, I get to pick the first color.
What's your favorite color?
Green. But on some days, when I'm feeling sad, I like blue.
To represent your feelings?
To represent my feelings.
So, what is your most prized possession? What do you treasure most?
Well, I like a good walk down a museum.
Yeah?
My favorite museum is the Center for Finger Paints.
Oh, wow.
And I like to enjoy the masterpieces.
Oh, such as?
Such as Michelangelo's thumbprint.
Wow. Is it just one thumbprint?
Yes, many times.
Many over? Okay.
Raphael's thumbprint.
There's just a lot of thumbprint.
Just a lot, but it's his. The way he does it.
Can I guess one of your works of art?
Yes.
Did Monet do a turkey hand?
Oh, you are well versed.
Oh.
In the arts.
Yeah, you could say I'm an expert.
Yes.
I took a class in college.
It took her a whole class to do it.
Monet?
Yes.
Monet is a man.
Yes, on your world.
I guess so.
On our world, it's cut into 2 people. Men and cooties.
Men and cooties? And do the girls call it women and cooties?
Women and cooties,
Okay.
yes.
Are you...
Yes, so I am a man. I have boy parts.
Yeah, okay. Are you just discovering them?
Yes. And everyone else has cooties.
I mean, all the girls.
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone that doesn't look like me.
Do you have to get a special shot to kind of
My
talk to them?
immunity records are up to date, yes.
Okay.
I have gotten the circle, ... Now I do have my cootie shot, as shown on this construction paper, written in crayon.
Right. Oh, yeah. Very, very official.
Thank you, Dr. Turdberger.
Turdberger. He sounds very professional.
Yes. Oh, he's a very good doctor. Very good bedside manner.
Yeah. Does he always give you a lollipop after?
Yes. Yes.
Do you share the lollipop sometimes with Dr. Turdberger?
Yeah. Sometimes he takes it. Sometimes we have trouble sharing.
Yeah.
But Mrs. Pemberton.
Yeah, always comes in clutch.
Yes.
So, what do you guys do? I know you talked about maybe some rewards and stuff like that, but what do you guys do to just relax?
Relaxation. When the 9 to 5 kindergarten class is over.
Right. Wait, what? You go to school for that long?
Yes.
What do you do?
Every man has to carry his weight.
Okay, yeah, clearly.
Bring home the hormone-free bacon, which...
Surprisingly mature choice.
Yes. Well, everything else stunts our growth.
Okay.
Yes. And the sugar-free Welch's grape juice.
Doesn't sound very good.
Yes. Well, it's It's what keeps us healthy and keeps Mrs. Pemberton off our back.
Okay. So, relaxation. Getting back to the point.
Relaxation. Sorry. Well, sometimes I like to look in the mirror. Mm. And then I like to close my eyes. And then I open them. And I say, peekaboo. And I'm surprised by the face I see.
Isn't it your face?
Almost shocked. Every time I close my eyes, I say, this time it's not going to be my face. But when I open them, it's my face.
Has it ever not been your face?
We'll see.
Oh I guess.
That's why the game never gets old.
It's very strange.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes I like to ask an adult to give me an airplane ride.
Well, what is an adult in your world?
An adult is a robot.
Oh, how did the robots come about?
Well, Mrs. Pemberton had to make watchers for us.
Nannies,
watchers, and these adults or robots or watchers or whatever you want to call them. They give us airplane rides.
Mm-hmm.
They put us in the corner.
Right. Who watches Mrs. Pemberton?
Oh, no one. She's the teacher.
Oh, okay. She watches everybody on your planet?
Oh, yes.
How is that possible?
She is the teacher. She knows all. She keeps an organized classroom. Everywhere.
Everywhere?
Everywhere.
Have you ever been outside your classroom?
Oh, no. No, buddy system. Oh. I'm always with my friend, Adam.
Yeah?
And we have to hold hands.
That sounds delightful, actually.
Yes.
That sounds really cute.
We go on field trips to see how milk is made.
Oh my.
Then we go on field trips to see how apples are made.
How are apples made?
Trees give birth.
Very strange.
Then we go to the crayon factory to see how crayons are made.
How are crayons made?
Factories give birth.
Okay. It seems like someone hasn't sat you down and talked to you about the birds and the bees yet.
Well, birds and bees, they come together.
Yeah?
And they make other kindergartners.
Okay.
At least how Mrs. Pemberton explains it to me.
Hey, well, this is a PG podcast, Mike. Mm-hmm. We gotta keep it PG rated.
Yes.
But yeah, so like, I do have one final question before we let you go. But like, what happens if there's a stranger there? Like, what do you do? What is your stranger protocol?
Well, our stranger protocol is we raise our hand, and wherever you are in kindergarten world, if you raise your hand long enough, someone will call on you. Mm. Yes. We have an internet of guides and helpers. Mm-hmm. And so I just raise my hand until a robot, adult watcher, comes and gives me the safety protocol in which I can talk to the stranger or not talk to the stranger. Mm-hmm. But me and my hand-holding buddy...
Yes, Adam.
Yes, we actually have kind of a code.
Yeah? What is the code?
Well, if he shoots a snot rocket off of his left nostril, that means they're dangerous.
Okay, what if it's out of his right nostril?
It was the right nostril. That means I could talk to them.
Wow.
Yeah.
He just has those queued up?
Yeah. Well, you got a buddy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, no, that's very, very interesting. Yeah, so that was
yes.
You lead a very interesting life there.
Right. And
Mike.
It's funny. Did you say that you would be visiting?
No, Mike. I don't know how to
travel. Because there's another Adam here, and he's pointing to me.
Hello.
Mike, who are you?
I'm Adam.
How did you get here?
Mike, that's not me.
Who is that? Mrs. Pemberton.
Don't worry about Mrs. Pemberton.
Mrs. Pemberton?
She's no longer with us.
Why are you getting closer?
Trust me, little boy. Well, you're still 35, so this is kind of weird.
He's discussing my age.
Here.
Don't come any closer.
Look. All I want to do is give you this lollipop.
Oh, no.
Just taste it.
Oh, no.
Look, I'll taste it and just leave you alone. Mrs. Pemberton won't mind. She already gave me permission. See? I have a pass.
Oh. Well, I guess one lick won't hurt.
No. Mike, are you okay? What is that other Adam doing? You see, Adam, I've been systematically eliminating Mikes and Adams across multiple worlds. And you're next. See you shortly. By the way, nice hair.
And we're done.
Thoroughly weirded out. That was,
wow.
That was very strange.
Yes, that was...
It's very strange.
Yeah. Did that just happen?
I'm not sure that it did.
Should we worry about that? I mean, that seems kind of...
Serious?
Continuous.
I don't know. You know what? No, look, between you and me, I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Coincidences happen.
Right. Look, and if push comes to shove, I have a kill switch on the Transmogrifier. He can't get into our world.
Right. I don't see anything developing from this.
Right. And frankly, look, I know I'm pretty good looking, but, I'm not that smart. So
Yes.
I'm sure it transfers across worlds.
Oh, of course. Yes. Anyways, welcome to Mike and Adam's Dreams and Feelings. And we just showed you the Transmogrifier.
Yes.
Adam, what wonderful things do we have on the docket today?
Tons of things. Many things.
Eons of things.
Right. Epochs of things.
Yes.
We got a sweet new top 5 coming at you. We got some games. We have some fun. So I mean, where do you want to take it, Mike?
Well, let's do the top 5.
Yes.
So our top 5 today is top 5 coolest ways to kill a bad guy. It could be the bad guy.
Right.
It could be just a simple minion thug.
Right. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of picked my top 5 favorite my top 5 favorite death scenes in movies, and some of them are realistic, some of them are not so realistic, and frankly, I'm excited to talk about this. This is gonna be great.
Right, absolutely. So I'll get started. Coolest way to kill a bad guy. We all know the head evil pirate in Pirates of the Caribbean. Number 1, original recipe.
Yeah. Jeffrey Rush.
Yes. Was that the name of the actor?
That's
so Jeffrey Rush can only be killed by if the blood of Orlando Bloom somehow gets on him, around him, is crucial to his death. So
right.
I think it's Jack Sparrow that shoots a bullet through Orlando Bloom. And
No.
Am I making this up?
I think so.
I thought the bullet goes through Orlando Bloom and the blood gets onto the evil pirate.
I think he just cuts his hand.
And does he put it on the bullet?
I don't think there's any shooting. I think he just cuts his hand and puts it on the treasure.
Oh no.
I might be wrong.
Wait. We need some clarification on this.
I'm gonna say that you're right in this.
So, let me just bring up the possibility that if the only cool way to kill a guy is to get the blood of someone else and you use a bullet to go through someone and hit the other person, that would be pretty sweet.
Yes.
Even if a movie hasn't done it yet.
right. 100%. No, because the whole thing was the crew of the Black Pearl had stolen the cursed mine treasure.
Yes.
So they have to collect all of it and put it back into Cortez's chest.
Right.
And then, but also they need blood from an original member of the crew, but because they're all they're all been cursed, they have no blood.
Yeah.
So they have to use Will Turner's blood because he's the son of Bootstrap Bill, who was a part of the original crew.
Oh gosh.
So they get blood on the treasure, and then everyone is.
So you're using proper nouns. So I feel like you know a little bit more than me just saying Orlando Bloom gets his blood. But folks, hear me out.
That would be pretty sweet.
If someone shot a bullet through Orlando Bloom and it killed the pirate behind him.
Yes.
Did that happen at all?
Yeah, no, Jack Sparrow does shoot Jeffrey Rush, but
Yeah.
after they do the whole.
So Orlando Bloom isn't in the way.
No, I don't think Orlando Bloom also dies.
Well, you know, it could have been a flesh wound.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I believe you.
So I really want to see that scene now.
Yeah, no, we'll do some research and get back to you guys.
Yes.
Okay, my number one is a classic movie. Actually, if we do a list of top 5 Christmas movies, this would be on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Die Hard with and Alan Rickman plays Han Gruber, and
Yes.
at the end of the movie, he's kind of hanging out the window, and he kind of gets just let go, and he falls to his death, and it's wonderful. And after all the things that he kind of puts John McClane through in that movie, it's just really satisfying to see him plummet to his death.
Right.
But little known fact about that scene, they told Alan Rickman that they were going to drop him on 3, but they dropped him on 2, so that the expression that he has is genuine, because he thinks the equipment is failing.
Yes. Oh, that is perfect. A little known fact. Have you seen RoboCop?
Yes.
So apparently RoboCop executes one of the evil businessmen that is in control of the programming of RoboCop.
Yes.
But if you slow down the scene where he gets shot out of the window,
Yes.
there's like this weird frame where he has Slender Man arms.
That's funny.
Yes, like these weird elongated arms.
That's funny.
And so, when you watch that movie, just like freeze the frame.
Yes.
See if you can find the elongated man.
The elongated man. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it's your turn still. Was that your number 4?
Yeah, so mine is in Flash Season 1, the only way to kill the Reverse Flash, and I don't know why they thought of this sooner, is to kill his great-great-grandfather.
Right.
I know this is a spoiler. If you haven't seen it yet, then you're not a nerd, so
right.
you're never going to see it.
Right.
So, yeah. Once again, I don't have the proper nouns, but, the Reverse Flash, he comes from the future, he's given everyone havoc, he almost saves the day, but then his great-great-grandfather kills himself.
Right.
Which is also Iris's fiancé.
Right.
And so, thus, killing the Reverse Flash, it seems like a cheap way to kill him, but it's also very, very clever.
Right. No, exactly.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. My number 2 is from another classic movie, The Temple of Doom, with Mola Ra. They're kind of running across that bridge at the end of the movie, and it kind of collapses, and you just see Mola Ra like smash into the cement wall, and then falls down to his death in the gorge, and he gets bitten apart by alligators. Again, this is more of an emotional kind of scene, because you just see the whole movie. You know that Mola Ra is very, very evil.
Yeah.
He runs kind of the Temple of Doom. He rips people's hearts out. He's not a very good person. And I know that a lot of people will say, oh, maybe the first Indiana Jones with the Nazis getting their faces melted off, or finding the wrong. Maybe when they find the wrong cup in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Those are all arguably really good death scenes. But for me, the most satisfaction is just watching Mola Ra just kind of hit the wall, fall down in the crocodiles, and just get consumed.
Yes. My number 3 is a James Bond movie with Pierce Brosnan. The World Is Not Enough.
Yes.
Very underrated.
Yes.
Just because it didn't have a cool N64 game. It was nearly as good. But The World Is Not Enough has Electric King, who turns on James Bond.
Yes.
She's at first the love interest, big shocker there.
Yeah.
And then she does this total 180, turns on him. She's like in cohorts with the bad guy.
Yes.
Cool bad guy. He has no nerve endings. He can't feel anything.
Yeah.
So, but there's a scene where he's just being like totally harassed. And, like, she's just a pain in the butt, and then he finally confronts her and shoots her. And the whole audience is roaring with applause.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Very satisfying.
Electra King is taken out.
Yes, definitely. That's a really good scene.
Yeah.
And mine is from the Injustice series. It's actually super satisfying.
Yes.
The Joker has tricked Superman into killing Lois Lane.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like at the start of the comic series, and I guess the video game or two, but and Superman, having discovered that he killed the love of his life by flying her into outer space, flies back to Earth, grabs Joker, and essentially just impales him with his own arm.
Yes.
He like stabs through the Joker with his hand, and it's really satisfying.
Yeah.
And the best part about that is in the comic book frame, you see Batman kind of hovering in the background. He's got a look of like shock and horror on his face.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's one of those things where, honestly, it's like a Sherlock. Like you always think of Batman and Joker as like a modern day Sherlock and Moriarty.
Yeah.
The only way that they can end is with a mutual kind of death as they fall over.
Right.
Run back falls or whatever. Sorry for the Sherlock fans out there, but to see kind of Superman, kind of this quote unquote Boy Scout character, kind of take justice into his own hands, is shocking for one, and two, like really satisfying. I think because if it's anybody else, it's like okay, yeah, whatever, that's cool. But it's Superman. It's the least expected, and also even though I didn't like the movie Man of Steel, at the end when he kills, when he kills what's his name? Zod. Kneel before Zod.
Yeah.
When he breaks his neck, that was actually a really satisfying scene. You could just see the desperation, and honestly, that scene was probably the best part of that movie. I mean, I feel like they kind of accelerated Superman, like, killing people a little. Like, that was a little much, but I appreciate Zack Snyder and the emotion of that moment.
Yeah.
So it was really good.
And it's actually based off of a comic series where he had to kill the people who escaped the Phantom Zone.
Yeah.
It was his only way to ensure their protection.
Yeah.
And then in future episodes, he had to see a counselor to talk out what he did because it was it was horrible.
Yeah. So the Injustice killing Joker and runner up to that killing Zod.
Yeah.
Just for the unexpectedness and pretty violent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Going in the superhero. Before DC got rebooted, there was a totally OP character named Superboy Prime.
Yes.
Superboy Prime was the only superhero on his Earth, and because of it, he became like this smug, very insecure jerk who would just kill you for no reason at all. And the story behind it is like every character that went toe to toe with him would like just do no damage on him. Like they'd be punching him and nothing would happen. And even Superman himself got into a slugfest and finally had to punch him into a planet filled with kryptonite just to slow him down. But there's one storyline where he's just like totally like just owning everyone, like killing everything in its path. And suddenly one of the Green Lantern little guys, the Owens, the Guardians, gets fed up and he's like, you know what, I'm tired of you, and he like touches him and he turns into a skeleton.
And he just dies.
Yes.
That's so unexpected.
Yeah.
My number 4, and this is what was giving me the hardest one. I know my last one that I want to pick, but I'm just gonna say both of them because to me they're like equally great. The first one is when have you seen 300? Everyone's seen 300. The classic, just the this is Sparta. There's plenty of that down there, and they just slow-mo kick them into a giant pit. Like that's just it's right at the start of the movie. You know that like that means that the movie is gonna be really intense. It's gonna be really good, and It's great. I love that scene. It's iconic. It's spawned a million memes. It's great. And then the other one was the X-Men First Class, when Magneto kills Sebastian Shaw with a quarter.
Yeah. That is good. Yes.
Yeah. You just see it's not a quarter, is it? It's like a Nazi.
Yeah.
Nazi silver.
Symbolism.
Something. Yeah. For those of you that don't know, Magneto, Jewish, was in concentration camp, and Sebastian Shaw.
I really want to watch that movie now.
Right? So good. Torments people in said prison, and it's just a long road of redemption for Magneto, killing off various Nazis. And I know Magneto is a villain, but it's just really satisfying. It's a good ending, and frankly, really a high point for the X-Men franchise, which doesn't have a lot of high points.
Yeah. Was that number 4 and 5?
That was 4. That was tied for 4. Yeah.
Number 5. Old PlayStation game, Ape Escape. Ape Escape.
Lucas likes Ape Escape.
You have to catch like 150 monkeys, right? And when you're onto the last monkey, it's like the evil monkey, the head honcho. So you've poured hours into this game, trying to catch those little horrible maniacal monkeys.
Yes.
And every time he catches one, he's like, "Gotcha!" And then the screen, like, it goes into a victory screen.
Yay!
Well, this final monkey, after you've like beaten him and he's given you such a run for your money, you put the net down, and it does like a triple, like gotcha, like it's from different angles. And it just feels so satisfying.
But he's not dead.
He's not dead, but he's
caught.
His reign of terror has been killed.
Yes. That's your number 5?
That's my number 5.
I feel like that was like a real personal one. Like
that one just hit me.
He doesn't even die. It's not a death scene.
I mean, he's dead in my heart.
You got issues, dude.
Yes.
Okay, and I feel like I'm gonna need a lot of grunts of approval by many of the people in this, or by many I mean just Caleb. And for the record, I'm not doing the scene from the movie because it's stupid.
Okay.
When not the one when Eowyn kills the Witch King of Agmar. That is not the book version where Mary actually stabs the Witch King of Agmar with a sword from. Okay.
It says, "I am a woman."
No. Okay. So early in the Fellowship, they find a bunch of daggers, but because hobbits are small, they pick them up. They think they're swords because they're small. Yes. But the weapons that they find are actually made from a place called Numenor, which is where where Sauron, like that land.
Yeah.
So it's imbued with like special magic, special runes. It can kill a lich. It can kill everything. And it's like pretty much the only thing that the agents of Mordor fear, because it can actually kill them. So cut to that scene later on, where Mary actually stabs the Witch King of Agmar, and it kind of in that state weakens him and allows for Éomer to stab him, and that's why he dies. Not because she's a woman.
I am no man.
And then stabs. While I will say it's a very dramatic and a very satisfying scene, the book version is better, and therefore the highest. My favorite death scene.
You know, I want to bring up the movie Shooter. The movie is about Mark Wahlberg.
Yes.
And they butcher it. That was one of the first books I read just to get excited about the movie. And it bombed horribly. But there's a cool scene where and they totally left this out of the movie, but the bad guy holds Mark Wahlberg's love interest
hostage,
and he duct tapes a shotgun to her head.
What?
And he says, if you shoot me, like my instinct will be to fire this gun. And he's like, I got you. You can't shoot me because my instinct will be to pull the trigger and kill your girlfriend.
Right.
And then the Mark Wahlberg's character in the book, they explain it really well, where he pulls out a gun and he shoots his fingers perfectly, or he shoots his hands perfectly,
right off, yeah.
And it blows his hand right off, and he thinks he's pulling the trigger, but it's like a phantom limb.
Right.
But they butcher it in the movie, and the way they explain it in the book is really cool.
Yes.
Why did I pick that one?
I don't know why. That's a really good one.
That's a pretty sweet one, actually. Yeah.
My honorable mention is the sniper kill in All Gillied Up in Modern Warfare.
Yes.
Call of Duty 4. Lieutenant Price, snipe, trying to kill, it's a Cav or whatever. Have you played Modern Warfare?
Oh yeah.
Okay. That's actually one of the best game designed levels I think I've played in a long time, and it's super satisfying to take that snipe. The sniper kill, it's great. So I'll throw that in for my honorable mention.
Right.
All Gillied Up, shout out.
Mm-hmm. Now, in terms of story,
yeah,
World at War versus Modern Warfare.
I
think World at War was a little short.
Yeah, World at War was. I felt like it was. It looks pretty. You can talk, Caleb. I don't care.
The thing that I like Infinity Ward, aka, I forgot what they came into. I think they went into Sledgehammer Games.
Yeah.
The reason why I like the Modern Warfare series more than the Treyarch series is because with World at War, the AI was so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you literally would just have random people, like, shooting at nothing, or, like, they spawn right next to you and then shoot you, and you're like, well, what the heck? I just cleared that area. But also, like, the way that, like, it's kind of sad when a spoof-off minigame becomes the best selling point of your game.
Right.
It says something about your game.
Yeah.
And, like, with some of the weapons, like, I was the first Black Ops game.
Yeah, Black Ops.
I hit someone with a mini Uzi red dot silencer all the way across the map.
Oh.
Like, I'm not supposed to do that.
Mm.
And, like, well, the Modern Warfare games, like, storyline, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Gameplay, amazing. And just every, like, interaction with it just seems solid. And I didn't really get that from Black Ops.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I much prefer Modern Warfare over the things that have the zombie mode on them. Zombie mode has never caught my attention.
Yeah, I think I would agree. As an overall gameplay, I think, the Modern Warfare, and as a story, like, over 1, 2, and 3, like, it's so satisfying.
Yeah.
It's so good. And the boss kill on, I should have included this on Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
When you kill what's his face on the helicopter.
Yeah. They strangle him and
it's like
shoot him through the glass.
It's actually one of the one time in a quick time event was actually really satisfying in a video game. And you just see him bust through the glass and he's hanging there and it's just so satisfying that you get to avenge Soap. So
yeah,
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's good. I like it. It's a good game. Even Modern Warfare 2 with when you're Soap and you take the knife out of your chest and you hit the Colonel guy.
Oh,
which is really good
too. I didn't get that far in
what?
that one. But they spoil it in number 3 when they show it in the beginning. So
that's fair.
I really wish I knew that story. I know the first story and the last story. I don't know how the middle fits in.
It's pretty complicated, but all satisfying and death scenes.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh.
So good. We got some video game chat in there.
Video games.
Any other death scenes that you really
Well, I'm
enjoyed?
surprised we didn't pick God of War. I mean all those quick scenes every death scene is just supposed to be so brutal.
Yeah.
Like when I don't know, he he picks up one of he rips off Medusa's head, and there's like there's a game you have to do with the right stick to twist it off perfectly.
Too realistic.
Too realistic, yeah.
Or the knockoff Darksiders.
Yeah. Darksiders is... It's weird. Darksiders was supposed to be like maybe a cleaner version.
Yeah.
A lot less nudity.
Right.
You know,
I like it.
they talk about spirituality.
Yeah.
Which is a much cleaner topic than Greek gods.
And Greek gods.
And the Nephilim.
Yes.
But I just thinking about good ones also brought to mind really terrible ones.
Yes.
Like when you have to fight Guilty Spark in Halo. Was it Halo 3? Where you just you have to stand there and just strafe and just shoot a Spartan laser at Guilty Spark.
Yep.
So dumb. Worst boss fight.
What are some other worst boss fights?
Or death scenes.
I know, like, the cheapest boss fight is in Dark Souls, where you walk through this doorway and it's like a tiny narrow room.
Yeah.
And like there's this huge boss in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you're fighting him, a dog comes in and just starts gnawing on you.
The giant sword one? Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
Not Uncharted. What's it called? Far Cry 4.
Yeah.
Vaz is like one of the best. Is it Far Cry 4 or is it Far Cry 3? I think it's 3.
Mm-hmm.
Where Vaz is like he's such a good villain. He's super satisfying. He kills your brother at the start of the game, and you don't even kill him at the end of the game. It's midway through the game.
Yeah. And
you're kind of like hallucinating on like weird island drugs, and you have this really weird quick time knife fight, and he just kind of dies, and it's not very satisfying.
Oh gosh.
He just kind of goes out like a punk. What were you saying, Dan?
What about the Metal Gear game where you have to fight the sniper, but then you can just wait a week and he dies of old age?
Yeah.
I think that's creative, though.
Yeah.
That's smart.
It's creative, but at the same time kind of lame. He's the greatest sniper of all time, and you kill him by waiting a week so he dies of old age.
That's great.
Right.
Or the infamous Superman 64 game where you can beat essentially you win the game by flying through rings.
Oh gosh, yes.
Like that's how you defeat Lex Luthor. Like that's terrible.
There was a YouTube video showing the beta, what was going to work for that.
Yeah.
And the first level is you have to like fly down, pick up an ambulance, bring it to safety. Like it sounded really cool.
Right. No, definitely.
And they're like, no rings.
No, we want rings.
That's the best use of Superman's time.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Or the original Star Fox when you're like side scroll and you spend all this time, and then you get to the end and it's just a dude with a face and he just shoots blocks at you.
Yes.
It's like what?
Well, speaking of which, that storyline involves your dad being a whale. So, I don't know. I just don't know. Gosh, I really wish I did more homework. So what's some really horrible...
The most recent Pirates of the Caribbean, not really a bad guy, but Barbossa is saying to his daughter before he dies, she asks him, "What am I to you?" And Barbossa goes, "Treasure!" And then he falls to his death.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah.
Good or bad good?
Epic.
Yes.
Epic. And I know that technically Johnny Depp doesn't die at the end of Pirates of the Caribbean. Is it 2 or 3 where he runs into the Kraken?
Yeah.
That's pretty epic. Like, that's a great death scene.
Self-sacrifice.
Yeah.
But did he know he would survive?
Who knows?
He had to.
That's great. Or...
in Van Helsing, when the evil, like, female vampire has the female protagonist, like, covered and she's got a dagger, and then she gives, like, this little speech before, and then someone throws a dagger to the protagonist, and she stabs him, and he's like, "You shouldn't talk so long before you try to kill someone."
Yeah, it's so good.
Yes.
Or in Blade, I don't know which one, the one with Triple H.
Yes.
But Triple H has, like, this long, drawn-out fight scene with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Which is super weird. But not that one. But when Blade has, like, a sword fight with Dracula,
Yeah.
It's pretty great. It's pretty epic, and he
Mhm.
finishes him with the sword. It's great.
My favorite Marvel movie.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
No one ever says that.
no. It's good for a watch, but I don't know if I would say best Marvel movie.
Ghost Rider 2.
Ghost Rider 2. Yes, Ghost Rider 2.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm surprised. Oh, you did have a superhero one. I was
Yeah.
gonna say Superboy Prime.
hmm I mean, there's a lot of drawn out ones.
Yeah.
Like, if you've ever read DC's Final Crisis.
On Infinite Earths.
Yeah. The Final Crisis is like Doom, or no, not Doom. Darkseid. Like, or Darkseid. He finally figures out like how to take over the whole world, and it just screws up everything on a universal time existence scale. Like, people from the future it's screwing up. Like, everyone's just totally screwed. And then like the last issue is just like people getting like a little tiny victory, and they're like, oh, we broke through this, which caused this, which means the Green Lanterns can come and do this. And then Superman is off. He had to learn a song that cancels out the death equation.
Right.
And so he hums it, and
it solves everything.
Yeah, the thing is, it's like little tidbits of stories that they never explain. Like, you see
DC.
Wonder Woman talking to another superhero called Frankenstein.
Right.
And she's like, thank you for your pep talk. It got me back where I needed to be. And
right.
Like,
and
what pep talk?
What was the pep talk?
Yes. Yeah, so it's so crazy.
That's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think another honorable mention, have you played Red Dead Redemption?
Yes.
John Marston's death scene, super classic. You spend the whole game working for your freedom, and then you finally get your slice of heaven, and then you're just gunned down by the marshals. It's great. It's a good death scene.
I think that one like most unsatisfying ending.
But then you get to come back as John Marston's son, and then you find the guy fishing, and you get to cap him.
Right. Another PlayStation game, Siphon Filter, number 3.
Yes.
You get the X-ray gun.
Nice.
And there's like this hostage situation, and like the Russian terrorist is like, if I see you, I will shoot her. So you go behind this wall and use the X-ray gun, and you take her out.
Yes.
The funny thing is, you shoot her in the head, and then she has like a concussion. She's like, you got me.
Right.
You're going to jail now.
When did that game come out?
Oh, I want to say 96.
That's funny. For me, have you played the new Wolfenstein game?
No, I've heard a lot about it.
Super good, really enjoyable. No, just every boss kill in that game is satisfying. It's over the top, gratuitous violence. If you're not old enough to play that game, please don't.
Yes.
Mature audiences. But no, it's super satisfying, the death scenes, and you can go about it in different ways too, which is great.
Well, what about the fact in the game Dishonored is you don't have to kill anybody? You could play the whole entire game just sneaking and stealth and like staying away from people, which is impossible.
Right.
Because like I tried to do that the first time, and like just escaping jail,
right,
to get my adventure started. A guy's like, "Hey, I see you." Ooh.
Oh,
oops.
That lasted long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. No, and I'm kind of furious at myself for not picking this, but the "Would You Kindly" scene in why am I so bad at this? Bioshock. And you kill Ryan.
Isn't that the second one though?
No, that's the first one.
Is that the first one?
Bioshock.
Okay.
The second one you play as a
Big Daddy.
The third one is kind of actually honestly anticlimactic. When you kill Comstock.
Yeah. And then they throw in that like multiple universe, we're all connected.
Yeah.
One ocean, many lighthouses.
Yeah.
And
there's always a man. Always a man, a girl, in my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty like as a story, it's good, but it's not very satisfying.
Yeah.
So yeah, So that was we got some more video chat in.
Yeah. That's the good thing. So now, to keep up with the momentum, I want to talk about this segment is called "What Would It Take?"
Mm-hmm.
and where we discuss what it would take to do the following situations. So, if a video game system came out right now, what would it take to make you buy it?
What would it take for me to buy it?
Now, imagine day of, you see the commercial,
Mm-hmm.
you run and you get it. Why? What did it have?
What did it have? Well, I think for me, I don't. Honestly, for me right now, where I'm at in my life, I don't have a whole lot of time for consoles.
It's a perfect adult answer.
Right, and I just don't, and I love the idea of the Switch. I have to see like kind of where they go with their exclusives and their games, but something where if I have the option of, and I love the ability for like Xbox and PlayStation to do streaming stuff, whether that's Twitch, whether that's Netflix, whether that's Android Prime. I love that. And that internet connectivity. So for me, it would have to be maybe a combination of like the Switch, where I can take stuff and mobily game, and with a really good user interface that allows me to like at home stream stuff, because that's probably mostly what I do now, and mobile game.
Yeah.
But with like really like some like really ironclad, skin tight like exclusives.
Yeah. Mine would be this really hard hybrid of casual
Yeah.
yet story driven.
Yeah.
Casual, and yet you have to actually, you can't use your money just to get where you want to go.
No, definitely.
You actually have to progress.
Yeah.
But it's still casual, where you could just pick it up and be like, oh yeah, I did a level.
Right.
And then you go back to life.
Right.
Yeah. I wonder if you could do like, you know how they have the iPod Shuffle? What if they did like a video game shuffle, where it would pop up with a famous video game level, and you played it, and you're like, okay, that was fun, and then you go back.
I picked up this really good mobile game. I don't know if it's on Android, but it's called Goblin Sword, and it's very throwback. So I'm showing Mike the picture right now.
It looks like
it's like
Dragon Quest.
Yeah, it's super 8-bit. It's actually a 3D platformer. But so I'm showing it right now. So it's a 3D platformer. But there's like jumping abilities, but there's also the enemies like walk back and forth, a la Ghosts and Goblins, and there's platforming, there's boss fights, there's tons of loot to be had, and it's not pay to win. You pay one price, and it's a really satisfying, it's a really fun game. I got it for the long trips up to Massachusetts to visit Megan, so it's I love it. It's a lot of fun. It boasts like level design is really fun. There are puzzles and stuff too, but there's a bunch of cool stuff that you can purchase. But with in-game currency, nothing that you can pay for, like with your debit card. Like it's all coins you have to find and collect.
Right.
Gems you have to find and collect. So it's definitely it's a nice throwback.
So when I look it up on my Android, it's just pictures of people with swords through their hearts. I don't think that's the app. I think you won.
It's a good game. Just trying to figure it out. But definitely look for it.
Okay, so we both agreed. Casual.
Yeah, casual, but also I want the ability to play like a really good exclusive. You know what I mean? Like I want like a hardcore game that I can really sink my teeth into. Like I want to be able to play Skyrim. When I'm waiting in line at the bank, or I want to be able to play Uncharted. When I'm in line at the grocery store. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the whole world is going to streaming games where you pay one price a month and you get access to 400 games, and they're on portables. Like I tried the NVIDIA Shield one where I could play Tomb Raider when I should have been working. Yes. I played Borderlands. So that's a good thing. So moving on.
Right.
If a superhero movie came out right now, what would it take for you to see it that day?
Good question. That day? I mean, I've done that I did it for Spider-Man. But I don't know. Honestly, at this point, it's gonna, and I know you're gonna be mad, Mike, but it's gonna be a Marvel movie. Like I don't know.
Look outside of the box.
I can't. It's DC's just not making me excited. But no, if Christopher Nolan came back and he gave us something, like if he gave us a Nightwing movie, or
that would be pretty sweet.
Or if he gave us like a Red Hood kind of thing, I would give Christopher Nolan all my money. I love Christopher Nolan. Like if Christopher Nolan came back to the DC universe and he gave us some kind of iteration of a Batman movie, I would be very. He would get all my money. That's my answer.
I would say anything that would lead up to one of DC's mega events. I know what they're doing, the Justice League Part 1, Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all cool and good. But what if something led up to the multiverse?
Yeah.
Where Batmans are fighting Batmans, Jokers are starting the world, the world falling on its head. And
right.
Like DC,
killing Batman every day.
Yes, DC has not even begun to do what they do best, and that's what they call giving the universe an enema.
Right. Yeah.
That's what they call it when they just throw everything into destruction. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Maybe not necessarily a movie, but a Netflix, like a Netflix show with DC, like a live action gritty kind of iteration of Batman Brave and the Bold.
Yeah.
They could take my money all day. That was one of my favorite cartoons. I love Batman Brave and the Bold.
Yes.
But Aquaman in that show is out of control, ridiculous.
Yes.
I love it.
He's a hugger.
He's great. He's wonderful. Yeah, but if they did a Netflix 1 or 2 seasons, I would give all my money to see that.
The Tick just got a series on Amazon.
On Amazon Prime, yeah.
I saw the first episode and I was intrigued, and I think they just released it, so I really want to see it. It has humor.
Yeah.
Humor, and it makes fun of itself.
Yes.
But it's still it's serious and edgy, which I really like how they did it. So I really hope it's as good as I just made it sound.
Yeah, no, definitely. Honestly, like in some kind of fever dream, if this ever happened, and there's no way that this is gonna happen, but like a Christopher Nolan Watchmen.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like if anyone can capture the insanity of that story and just make us relate to Rorschach more than Alan Moore could, it's Christopher Nolan. And I just feel like Christopher Nolan's headspace is right where Alan Moore's is, or even like a Christopher Nolan directed Killing Joke.
Oh yeah,
would be great.
This would be a fever dream of mine, where if DC built a Teen Titans universe, alongside a Justice League universe, and the final movie was them versus them, star cast.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
star-studded. Yeah, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
And to give Marvel a little love, man, I would love nothing more than a Ryan Reynolds, Tom Holland, Deadpool Spider-Man movie. Nothing would make me happier.
Yeah.
And yeah, that would make me. That would. I don't think there's any way that they could do it.
Yeah.
I don't see them doing it, but that would make me really, 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 really happy. Especially if, like, if Deadpool kept calling him Tobey Maguire, or
I would like that.
It'd be so good, and just I think it'd be great. It'd be wonderful.
Yeah. So moving on, if a Christian movie came out right now,
Yes,
what would it take?
HBK.
HBK.
Give me HBK. HBK, Kirk Cameron, give me them all.
Mm-hmm.
But in all honesty, I think it's about time that a Christian movie comes out that really kind of takes a stand on a controversial topic, like, and honestly, like, with all the stuff that's happening, recently in Virginia and a lot of race relations stuff in the United States. If a Christian movie came out and really took a hard stance against racism and really kind of told an emotional story, I don't even know what it would take, or what the plot would look like or the story would look like, but taking a real biblical stand on that, I think, would be really powerful, and especially if it's well directed and well acted, and really compelling. And not necessarily have a happy ending.
That's you've nailed it. Yeah, everything Christian has to have a nice little bow on it.
Yeah.
And the one movie that ended kind of dark is the VeggieTales movie.
Yeah, which is strange.
What is it? Jonah is incredibly disappointed.
Yes.
And crying out in frustration, and then fades out.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, it goes back to reality, and they kind of sing a nice song again.
Right, but the fact that that's how they end a Bible story, which shows us that even when God saves you, sometimes Israel's still screwed up.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And in a fever dream, bring back Phil Vischer, put him back at the helm.
Yes.
Of Big Ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And give me, I don't even know what it is. You know what? Give me an Avengers sort of, like, themed David and his Mighty Men. Tell me that wouldn't be amazing. VeggieTales.
Oh my gosh.
They're all like superheroes. They're like a super team, and tell me that wouldn't be great.
Mm-hmm. The only thing I can think of that's on par with that coolness.
Yeah.
Is taking a story like Gideon.
Yeah.
In his cool military adventures and putting it in like today's military.
Okay.
Where he's in current day Middle East somewhere. And,
right.
You see him hiding as tanks are coming in.
Right. Yeah, no, that'd be cool. Like a... No, yeah. Oh, yeah, I like that. I thought you were going to be like, yeah, Gideon, but like VeggieTales. Like, yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. But no, you're like, no, like
there's a
the
squash hiding.
Like the Hurt Locker.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Are you listening, Christian directors?
Right. This is gold we're giving you.
I know. Watch us pat ourselves on the back.
Right.
So, and finally, if a Nicolas Cage movie came out right now, what would it need to have?
A Nicolas Cage movie?
Yes. Or would it just need Nicolas Cage?
It would just need Nicolas Cage. I don't know what you're trying to imply here, Mike. Honestly, what I need is, more than anything, is Nicolas Cage to just do a tell-all interview on Netflix or something, and someone just sits down and like picks his brain.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just need to know what's going on with Nicolas Cage, straight from the horse's mouth. No gimmicks, no games.
You see, that has a potential to be too serious.
Yeah.
And people are like, "This is dumb."
Right.
He's being real. Let's do an episode of Whose Line Is It Anyways
With
with
Nick
Nicolas Cage.
Oh my gosh. So good.
Yes.
So good, dude. Original cast.
Yes, original cast.
Oh my gosh, that would be
He's
great.
like, just to see him come up.
So good.
2 hours of that,
Yes.
sold.
Honestly, give me Nicolas Cage, but in a kids movie.
Yes.
like Cat in the Hat, but like Nicolas Cage's Cat in the Hat.
Come with me, kids.
Right? Could you imagine just the terror that would be? Or like I want Nicolas Cage playing a scientist trying to explain something, but like Interstellar, like
Yes.
like a real serious kind of movie. Or you know what would be great? Just give him a nice role as the villain in the upcoming Incredibles movie. That'd be great.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
I would give you all my bed in Disney.
Yes. So, you've correctly answered all of these opinion questions.
Right?
And if any of these are made in the next now,
10 years, yeah.
please let us know.
Money. You owe us tons of money.
Yeah, you heard it here first, folks.
True. It is very true.
So the next is a silly game we can just end on.
Yes.
Called Your First Words.
Yes.
And that is the first words you use in these situations. So, Adam.
Yes.
If you woke up in a damp basement and you were holding an axe, what would your first words be?
Does it have to be a single word?
No, it's a phrase.
Like a phrase? Not
Like,
again.
Not again. Got him. Okay. Your girlfriend is holding a picture of you in a diaper.
Megan, that's never going to happen. But
Megan, good Photoshop. But it's not going to happen.
it's not going to happen. Probably nuts.
Yes. In your selfie, you find that your clone is photobombing you.
Who is that handsome?
I don't know who's handsomer.
Hey there, good looking.
What's cooking good looking?
A stranger runs up to you and says, "You stole my baby."
Wait, say again?
A stranger runs up to you and says, "You stole my baby."
That's so much is going on. I would just kind of look in in awe and like slightly be creeped out and just back away slowly. But I think I would shout, "Is that your baby over there?" and attempt to distract them and then run away.
See, in my vision, I would say, "So,
right.
what are you gonna do about it?"
Right, exactly. Yeah. He's my precious.
Yes, get your own baby.
Right.
You had one.
Right.
Add one.
Yeah. You get your final exam, and every question says, "Adam, I love you."
Not again. I passed this class.
Yes, easy A. Someone just convinced you your mom never existed.
Are you my mommy?
Yes. Cool. Yeah. The CEO of Microsoft is begging you for a genius idea. Windows 95.
Bring it back. No. Let's make sure that we can keep the Xbox specs up to speed with producers. Come on, it's not hard, Microsoft.
Yes.
Like, make sure you keep exclusives. Okay? Let's bring the price down a little bit. I don't care about 4K.
No one does.
No one cares about 4K. Let's just focus on making quality games here, okay, Microsoft? Get your stuff together.
Yeah. Your brother admits that you would make a beautiful princess.
Been there, done that.
Yes.
Been there, done that. That's a
Finally.
That's a reality.
I think we've actually talked about this.
Yes. Well, I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Right.
So that's our game.
Yes.
And now you know how Adam reacts to stress and tension
Right.
and newness.
Right. Take notes, Megan.
Yes.
Oh
All
my
right.
gosh. Yeah, that's so good. But I before we go, I have a question for you,
Okay.
Mike.
Oh my gosh. This is
Yes.
going to be the question that gets us to the 2-hour mark.
Right.
I can feel.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know this, but in the next 4 days, the new Defenders Netflix original series comes out.
I'm so far behind. I saw one episode of each.
Oh
Except for Daredevil, I got through both seasons.
Okay.
But with Danny Rand,
Yeah.
saw his episode.
Right.
Jessica Jones,
Saw
saw
hers.
hers. Luke Cage, maybe made it to episode 3.
Yeah. Luke Cage is the best out of those.
Yeah.
But yeah. So are you gonna watch it? Do you think you're gonna give it a chance?
I feel like since I didn't get invested into everyone's series, I feel like it's a prerequisite that you have to have seen a season of each.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a commitment.
I do remember I'm on season 3 of The Flash, and I fell asleep around episode 2.
Yep.
And then I woke up and I saw everyone fighting an alien.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this looks so amazing.
Yeah, it was one of the crossover with the Arrow and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I really wish I had
Supergirl.
context as to why everyone's here.
Yeah.
And who's that villain? Please let me know.
Right. See, that's my problem with the DC ones, because it's like, now I have to watch 5 episodes of The Arrow, now I have to watch 2 seasons of Supergirl, and I have to watch The Flash to understand. And I only like The Flash. Like, I
Yes.
think Supergirl is the worst.
You don't like
She's
Supergirl?
so ditzy, and I hate her.
Oh, she's supposed to be fun and floofy.
Yeah, no, she's a ditz, and I hate
I
her.
could totes lift a truck.
Right. I'm just like, why are you like this?
Yeah. Well,
Give me Gal Gadot.
yeah.
Give me Wonder Woman. Don't give me whatever her name is in Supergirl.
Well, in the comic book, she's also kind of ditzy and kind of like I'm ready for an adventure.
Right. Like, she's just too cute for me. Like,
Yeah.
I can't take it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
As attractive and as wonderful as she is.
She should change her name to Super Bay.
Super Bay. Exactly. She's like what would happen if Taylor Swift got superpowers. TBH.
Yeah.
LOL.
New Taylor or old Taylor?
Angry Taylor?
No,
Or
shake it
bitter.
off, Taylor.
Okay.
Or no, we are never getting back together, Taylor.
Okay.
Yes.
I did notice a trend
Mm.
in that story, and so many like nickel series that show up on Netflix is whenever there's a female CEO, she's just pure nasty.
Yeah. No,
Like
definitely.
everything you say,
Like Devil
turns
Wears
in-
Prada.
Yeah, it's the Devil Wears Prada effect, and ever since that came out, every female CEO is
Has to be
incapable of humanity,
Right.
kindness,
Right.
understanding others.
Right.
They're all Scrooges. They're
Right.
like,
Right.
oh, I just want to give my liver to my brother. No, you'll work.
Right. I don't understand.
Because that's
Yeah.
what it means to be successful as a woman.
Yes.
Right.
You have to be the nastiest person on earth.
Right, and I feel like that's disingenuous. Like I'm, and and the same goes for every nasty CEO male boss too. Like not everyone's boss is like that. And
But I don't notice that trend with the guys. The guys are usually incompetent. Like
That's true.
The Office.
or The Office or 30 Rock. Or,
30 Rock. Yeah, they're like, duh, what am I supposed to do?
Right.
Like, how did you get there?
Right.
Yeah.
No, definitely. And I don't appreciate either trope. Give me
Right.
some depth of character.
Right.
But because in that show Supergirl works for
Yeah, the nastiest woman alive.
Right, yeah.
Scrubs.
That's with Dr. Kelso.
Yeah.
But Dr. Kelso, have you seen Scrubs?
Yes.
So Dr. Kelso at the start is pretty much a Scrooge, but he's so lovable by
Right.
half 3 or 4 seasons in. You just can't help but love him.
Right.
Best
So,
of both worlds.
Best of both worlds, man. That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Yeah. Are there any? And this will be what we end on. Are there any positive CEOs that you can think of besides Danny Rand?
Yeah, well, you have Iron Fist.
Iron Fist.
The boss trying to kill him.
Right.
He seems like a go-getter.
Right.
Yes.
Kevin
Spacey. He's always plays a positive role model boss.
Does he? And what?
No, I'm
Oh,
totally sarcastic.
Just in
He's-
chat.
yeah.
It's like what?
Yeah.
I I don't know.
Role model boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one you like.
A positive one.
Steve Carell.
In the office? Would you want him as a boss, though?
I would love him as a boss.
I will say, though, there's no better ending to a show than the ending to The Office at Dwight's wedding. And Dwight is just, like, in tears that Steve Carell's character comes back. And Dwight's just like, you came. And then... And then he's like, that's what she said. And it's just so perfect because that's his joke.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's just like a perfect callback, and it's like everyone can appreciate it, and it's just the best way to just round it all out.
I think that's the best way to end our podcast.
Right, with a "that's what she said" joke.
Yes.
Yeah, so Mike, what did you learn today?
I learned that Pirates of the Caribbean is much cooler in my memory than it ever was in reality.
Yes, 100%. And I learned that there are no positive bosses on
any show.
on any show ever.
Please hashtag positive boss.
Right.
And get back to us.
Right, no, exactly. Yeah, like it's not compelling to have a boss that's like really accommodating and like cares about your mental health. Like, like every show it's always like, oh, my boss will never let me have time off for this. But
You'll work on Christmas.
Right. And instead of being like, oh yeah, no, you totally need some time with your family. Take the next 4 days off.
Yeah.
I appreciate all the work you do for this company. You're a really hard worker. Go ahead. Like that's not good storytelling. Like,
no.
That's not compelling.
Torture the hero.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, that's episode 48.
8.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Coming up on 50. What do we do for 50?
Balloons and confetti.
That's what I'm saying. Let's get a cake.
So,
This is Adam.
I'm Mike.
Signing off.
Signing off. Goodbye, America.